Hello, my name is Ryan.
My name is Mary.
My name is Ariana.
Today we will be talking to you about using if statements to make decisions. So when you want to choose between executing two different blocks of code, depending on the result of a Boolean expression, you can use an if statement. Understanding if statements. If the syntax of an if statement is as followed, if and else are C# words. If, Boolean expression, statement 1, else, statement 2. If Boolean expression values to true, statement 1 runs. Other statement 2 runs. Otherwise, statement 2 runs. The else keyword and the subsequent statement 2 are optional. There is no else clause, and the Boolean expression is fake. Execution continues with whichever code follows the if statement. For example, here's an if statement that increments a variable representing the second hand of a stopwatch. Minutes are ignored. If the value of the second variable is 59, it is reset to 0. Otherwise, it is incremented using the plus plus operator. Integer seconds. If second equals 59, seconds equals 0. Else, seconds plus plus. Boolean expressions only, please. The expression in an if statement must be enclosed in parentheses. Additionally, the expression must be a Boolean expression. In some other languages, notably C# and C++, you can write an integer expression, and the compiler will silently convert the integer value to a true non-zero or false 0. C# does not support this behavior. The compiler reports an error if you write such an expression. So an example is right here, integer seconds. If seconds equals 59, the compiler will give you an error. If seconds equals 59, it is okay. Accidental assignments were another common source of bugs in C and C++ programs, which would silently convert the value assigned 59 to a Boolean expression with anything non-zero considered to be true. With the result of that, the code following the if statement would be performed every time. And here's another example of if statements. Now we are going to show you some code that we got.
Okay, in problem 1, what you do is input a size. So here it'll give you a message or an input box where you input a size. If the size is equal to or less than 4, it'll output this message box saying you have small feet. If that is not true, it'll go down to the next line of code where it checks if the size is greater than or equal to 5, but also less than or equal to 9. If that is true, it'll input the message, you have big feet. Now, if that is not true also, it'll go down to else if size is greater than 9. If the size is greater than 9, it'll output, you have very big feet. So we'll run this program once. So let's say it's 3, you have small feet. If it's 6, you have big feet. And if it's 11, you have very big feet. The next one we'll do together. Okay. We're going to calculate the averages of 4 marks. So we'll do int mark 1, mark 2, mark 3, and mark 4. We'll steal some code from up here.
Sorry about that.
And we'll just fix them up. Mark 2. Mark 3. Got it. And mark 4. Okay. Now, after that, we're going to calculate the average. I just want to put, average might be a decimal, so we'll do double average. So average equals, just convert it to double mark 1 plus mark 2 plus mark 3 plus mark 4. You divide them all. Then you divide them all by 4. And we'll display the average. Show your average is plus AG dot to string, and we'll just in case the decimal is long. And now we'll put an if and else statement to show if they have passed or not. So if the average is greater than or equal to 50, if they are greater than 50, message box dot show you have passed. Now, if we'll still do some dummy proofing. If average is greater than 0 and the average is less than 50, why is it wrong? It's greater than 0.
Equal sign?
You know what, we'll just do else. Message box dot show you have failed. So that's a very simple example. We'll run through it. So problem 2. So we'll say our mark is 98, 50, 99, 88. So our average is 83.75, and we have passed. Now let's say we didn't have that good averages, 23, 33, 45, 51. Our average is 38, and we have failed. Okay. Now on to problem 3.
Problem 3 works the same as the other two. You would enter a mark into an input box, and if the mark is greater than or equal to 0 and the mark is less than 50, a message box would come up saying you have an F. If the mark is greater than or equal to 50 and the mark is less than 60, it would say you have a D. If the mark is greater than or equal to 60 and the mark is less than 70, it would say you have a C. If the mark is greater than or equal to 70 and less than 80, you would have a B. And if the mark is greater than or equal to 80 and less than or equal to 100, you would have an A. So now we'll run through the program. So if your mark is 10, you would have an F.
It's like
60, you would have a C. 55 is a D. 80 is an A.
And you get the idea. Thank you for listening to our if statements, and we hope you enjoyed. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.